You are listening to
the WrestleGeddon podcast.
the WrestleGeddon podcast.
What's up, everybody? It is another Friday night, and we are here. Of course, I'm Chris the Heat Matthews. He's the Tennessee Jesus, Carl Crossland, and this is the WrestleGeddon podcast. Carl, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. It's WrestleGeddon.
It's WrestleGeddon. Oh, and missed last week. Was a little exhausted from work. Fell asleep. Woke up at like 9:30ish. Then went back to sleep.
Went to the kids had a fall festival at their school, so went to that. Even though they
Nice.
correct out, they still wanted to go.
Yeah, that's kids' school has theirs on the 31st. But it's during school. So they got smart and didn't try to do it after school.
Yeah, this was the after school thing. Had some food trucks, some bouncy houses, and
Nice.
face paint stuff like that.
Nice. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was for them.
You're like, want to go home.
I listed there.
Oh, awesome. Last Saturday, City of Durham did their Ghostbusters movie at Durham Central Park. So it was a lot of fun. Quite a lot of big turnout for that. A lot of people there. So
yeah,
it was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. About 5 or 6 of us, probably like 7 of us from the Research Triangle Ghostbusters. So we're out there taking pictures of people and giving out Twinkies and Crunch bars, all that fun stuff. Stickers. It was a good time. Super good time. And we'll be at the Geek and Grub Market Halloween edition next Saturday, which is at Optimus Farm in Apex. So that should be a pretty good time there as well. They're doing like a haunted hayride and a couple other things. So it's a free event. So come out, check it out on the Geek and Grub Market on Facebook. Awesome stuff. All right. Well, let's get into it. Of course, kick it off like we always do with the random album of the week. All right. And that random album this week was Kendrick Lamar's Damn. That's really the only way you can say that title and going forward is Damn.
Did you listen to it at all?
I did. So,
Do you like it?
It was okay. Like it's not.
Oh, just okay.
Yeah, it was just okay.
It was good.
I just had some good songs on there and stuff, but like trying to pick a song for an entrance was like it was kind of hard to do because there wasn't anything really like I don't know, like
Either I'm losing you or you're losing me. It kind of sounds choppy.
you just froze up there for a second, so
So it's probably me.
yeah. So like trying to find an entrance theme on there was kind of challenging because there wasn't like anything like it has a lot of the tracks had some good beats, but it wasn't like anything like energetic or like hard that you would use like something for like an entrance theme. So it was a tough one, but I ended up just going with Element. I think that was the best one.
Damn it.
Oh, I got
Damn it, dude.
So,
You got me. You got me. You got me. You got me. Well, I mean, if you're gonna go with Element, I guess I would have to go with DNA.
yeah.
All right. No, no, I can take it all back. I'm gonna go with this um XXX
Okay.
featuring YouTube.
Was that actual like the band U2 or someone else named U2?
That's YouTube, the band. Like
Really?
Bobana. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't hear it at all. So okay. Awesome. All right. Well, what we got for next week?
Next week, give me 1 second to hit the randomizer because I forgot to do it before the show started. All right, let's see what we got. Um, I've never heard of this. I don't know if we want to redo it or not, but Layla and other assorted love songs remastered by Derek and the Dominoes.
Was that like the 50s?
I don't know when. I don't know when the original album came out, but it was remastered in 2010.
It had to be something from like the 50s or 60s. Yeah, I'd say redo.
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 All right, we redo, and we'll go with The Life and Times of Sean Carter, Volume 3.
All right.
Jay-Z.
Awesome. Okay. Jay-Z. Holla. Is that the one with Big Pimpin' on it?
No, but yeah, that has Big Pimpin' on it.
Yeah.
Big Pimpin', trying to remember. I can't remember if Hope was on that song. Hope, yeah, I think Hope was on there, and then trying to think of stuff that was popular.
Hope
Those are
Song, Dope Man, Sean Carter, Things That You Do, So Ghetto, Do It Again. That was Big Pimpin' really like the only single off of here?
no, the trying to think.
That's the only one I
Is
remember.
the Hova song. You should know that one.
Oh, no.
And then Is That Your Bitch? You should know that one, probably.
Maybe. Sounds familiar. But yeah, I'll find out. I'll go back and listen to it. All I know is Big Pimpin' spending G's. All right. Well, there we go. Kendrick Lamar's Damn for this week. And Life and Times of Sean Carter, Volume 3. The Jay-Z for next week. Good stuff. All right. Let's hop over to Instant Replay. Right. All right. So the week in wrestling, actually a couple weeks in wrestling here. We got some notes from last week. We had 6 years of Dynamite. So they're celebrating the 6-year anniversary last week. So, and people talking it wouldn't even last 2.
Yeah.
They're on year 6.
I mean, it's had this up and downs, but
yeah,
it's been.
I think the products probably at least the last couple of years has gotten much better. Especially when it comes to the pay-per-views. Pay-per-views are great. I haven't really seen or heard anything from anyone about how bad a pay-per-view has been. Like, it might be like a match or two, but it's like overall people have been pretty entertained with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dynamites and Collision can be hit or miss every week, but the pay-per-views have been delivering, at least for the last couple of years. More focus on their women's division, which is great. I know that's something that we've been kind of harping on the last few years, is all the talent that they have, and they're not really being showcased. So we saw kind of a turn with that, especially this year.
The last couple of years,
Yeah,
the Tony Storm, Mercedes Monet kind of really elevated the women's division.
Mercedes or Mariah?
Hmm?
Mercedes Monet or the Mariah May feud?
No, I'm not saying the feud. I'm just
Oh,
saying
you mean
those
like
two
the
people.
two of them? Yeah,
Yeah, the two people individually.
yeah, they've been pretty good standards for that women's division the last couple of years. Trying to think what else. We got the introduction of AEW women's tag titles finally, which is something that they should have did at least a couple of years ago. We finally saw more. We've seen more development with Hangman, especially coming off of his feud with Swerve and going into that feud with Moxley, and now as AEW World Champion again. We've kind of seen like Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks kind of step back a little bit, so they're not being like Young Bucks are still on TV. I know Omega's got like various health issues and stuff like that he's dealing with in between stuff. But seeing them kind of take a step back from like the main roster spots and all that, and has been kind of I think a step in the right direction for them.
Yeah. The Death Riders giving up the title.
Yeah.
Was probably the best thing that happened.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but there's been a lot of, like I said, ups and downs with the product, but overall, especially like I said, in the last couple of years, it's been pretty entertaining.
I mean, seems like they listen. You know what I'm saying? Like we're like, hey, the women's division needs to be better, and then they went out, got the people, and made it better.
Absolutely.
We don't have Britt Baker and fucking trying to think who what's her name? Rio?
She's back.
I mean, she's back, but it wasn't. It's not like a everyday that's not. She's not the face of the division.
Yeah, and honestly, I am all for Chris Statlander being women's champion. Mercedes Monet has been doing a fantastic job as TBS champion. And apparently, she just won her 10th title. This week, the last weekend, or whatever.
She's like the Ohio Body Slam National Champion of America or some shit.
Something, but she has definitely become the female Ultimo Dragon. Definitely the belt collector. So, but yeah, a lot of good stuff with AEW. So 6 years, they have their growing pains. I think they're finally starting to find their groove. And I hope they continue on this path. So
yeah, it's been on the upswing. seems like WWE's on the downswing. So
Yeah.
see if they can capitalize on it.
Yep. It's kind of disappointing because WWE, we were kind of like the ones like, at least I know I speak for me when I say this, is like Triple H, needs to take over creative. I don't know if it's TKO having their hands in too much, if they got their hands in the creative thing or what, but it kind of seems like it's going like on a slump. So
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with that.
it's definitely not. Like I remember, wanting to talk about Raw and SmackDown on, Tuesdays
Yeah.
and Saturdays. Like you don't have that kind of going on right now. Like you might mention a pay-per-view or something coming up or something at a pay-per-view, but you don't have the like weekly, like, oh man, I got to talk to all my wrestling friends because I need to see what their thoughts are on who's going to join the bloodline or is who's going to kick who out of the judgment day, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
It's New Day going hell. Like you're not talking about it like you was like this time last year.
Yeah,
We was worried about war games.
Yeah, a lot more of the talk with it's been like, can't afford to go to a show.
Yeah.
Raw was just here last week in at the Lenovo Center in Raleigh. And when I looked up tickets for that, the lowest price tickets were $50 some. And the last time we went to SmackDown, those tickets were 25 to 30.
Yeah.
Like that's a almost double.
At least you had the
For the
courage to
same
look it.
section.
At least you had the courage to look it up.
It's just out of curiosity. So that's.
I didn't want to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But,
That's all. I wanted to compare how much we paid when we went to SmackDown to what it currently was for Raw in the same arena. Oh, yeah, it was quite a big jump there. And then on top of that, Braun Breaker was at freaking one of the ABC stores in Wake Forest earlier that day, doing signings and promoting the Wheatley vodka.
I thought he was drinking.
Yeah,
Day drinking.
I was like, son of a bitch, because I was in Roanoke Rapids all week last week, and I was like, shit, like, I would have called out to, go out there for that. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to think of last week. I was mostly out of town.
well, the joys of adulting.
Yeah.
But it's all good. So yeah, big props to AEW for 6 years. One of the things that happened on Dynamite last week too, we saw the return of Andrade, who had
that was big.
WWE and made a pretty big return, attacking Kenny Omega and aligning himself with the Don Callis family. I don't know. The Don Callis family's starting to grow on me a little more. Like it gives me that old school like Heenan family or the Hart family, Hart Foundation, whatever kind of vibes.
Yeah, it's me too. I kind of felt that way too, but I'm just like trying to say like, is it just because the Death Riders are so bad, and I'm kind of wanting like a better stable, or is it like am I truly falling in love type thing?
Yeah, there's purely nostalgia.
Because I've never been a big fan of Callis. Like at any point in his life, whether it's back when he had like the little army or whatever, and
the Truth Commission,
the Truth Commission in WWE,
the network and ECW.
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say he's great on the mic. He knows how to push fans' buttons and get those reactions that he's trying to get, the boos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great talent that's under him, like Josh Alexander, Takeshita, Andrade now.
Yeah.
Okada. So like, there's a lot of great talent under the Don Callis.
Yeah, I mean, they got the potential to do something good with that group. Like I said, like I like it better than the Death Riders.
Yeah, it's been.
Blah,
It kind of feels like the story with the Don Callis family is more direct than, or not more direct, but more clear on the intentions of the storyline with them compared to what the Death Riders was.
Yeah.
So it's like Don Callis wants his team to be champions, and that's what we're going for. So you have the titles, you have the power, all that other stuff. So, and that's clearly Don Callis' motivation is gaining more power within the roster of AEW. Whereas Moxley is just, it was a bunch of jibber jabber that we had no clue what the hell was going on after that. So,
Yeah.
at least I didn't know. Someone wants to enlighten me on that and give me their thoughts. You can do that in the comments below the video, or you can email us at askwrestlegeddon@gmail. And give me your thoughts on that. Explain that to me. Like, what was the purpose of the Death Riders' initial formation and run with the title? Like, what were they trying to achieve?
I don't know. I might be afraid to hear. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that was into it, and
No, I'm sure.
just pretty scared to hear what they thought was going on with it.
You call yourself a wrestling fan, you stupid mother. How did you not understand it? I just didn't. Okay. We had another return last week too, which was
a parody of Disney's Aladdin. You just couldn't get.
How did you miss that? Oh, awesome. We had another return to AEW last week. Dalton Castle finally returned from injury on Collision, teaming with the Outrunners. I'm excited. I love Dalton Castle. I'm so glad he's back. It's one of the best entrances on TV. So, and pairing them up with the Outrunners, fantastic. So that's something they're going to be doing in the long run, as it looks like they're going to be working their way up to the trios titles. So.
Okay.
Such a great combination. Awesome stuff. What else we have going on? This week we had the big NXT TNA Showdown event, pretty much running opposite of Tuesday Night Dynamite. Biggest thing coming out of this, the Hardy Boys are the NXT Tag Team Champions, NXT and TNA Tag Team Champions, defeating Dark State.
Yeah. If I don't think have them talented and Christian for.
So, Bound for Glory, they'll be defending both the TNA and the NXT titles against the Dudleys in that the final table match. Which Bound for Glory is this Sunday, actually. So I'm looking forward to it. There's a pretty good card. We'll get to that in a little bit. But Hardys and Dark State was a pretty good match. It's what you'd expect out of the Hardys at this point in their career, and Dark State looking pretty good in there. Except for missing a leg drop on Jeff, but it is what it is. We had a couple 4-on-4 Survivor Series style matches on here. With Team NXT versus Team TNA. You had Team NXT defeated Team TNA. NXT was JC Jane, Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, and Lola Vice. Team TNA was the TNA Knockouts champion Kalani Jordan, Jessie McKay, Cassie Lee of The Inspiration, and Mara Sade, the former Jakara Jackson. I think it's funny that Team TNA all consisted of either current or former WWE talent.
Yeah.
So, that was quite interesting. But it was awesome to see Inspiration back in WWE in a WWE-owned ring.
Yeah. Jada
Parker over as hell on that NXT roster. Like as soon as she got that tag, that crowd went nuts. So you need to do something big with her and Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome matchup. Ethan Page retained the North American Championship against Mustafa Ali, which was a great matchup. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch that, definitely find a way to go back and watch it. It was pretty damn good. We had Team TNA, the men's Survivor Series style match. It's Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Moose, and Leon Slater. They defeated Team NXT, which is Ricky Saints, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Miles Bourne. Ricky Saints was the last one left. Trick Williams walked out on him, basically just removing himself from the matchup. Then the Saints took a beating from Moose and Kazarian. Or not Kazarian. Yeah, Moose and Kazarian. No, Moose and Santana. Jesus. Yeah. And finally got pinned by Santana. Yeah. I thought it was a good show. A lot of people were kind of griping about it, so it wasn't built up to the hype. So.
No, there's always some people that be haters, but
Yeah. It was definitely better than the WWF Invasion pay-per-view.
yeah.
Oh man, that was some good stuff though. I did watch Raw. I did not watch Dynamite this week. Not really anything like major.
I think setting up for Crown Jewel, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Which we can get into that and run through that card and talk about those matchups because it pretty much ties into everything else that's on here. But SmackDown tonight, Tama Tonga returned. I don't know if he was out injured or what, but he came back and interfered in the Shinsuke Nakamura Sami Zayn matchup for the U.S. title. Rocking the old God face paint. So he comes out, takes out Nakamura, then the rest of the MFTs hit the ring, all rocking face paint. All four.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's fucking awesome. So
yeah.
Then it came out later again after the tag title matchup and had a stare down with the Wyatts.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe War Games. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Think about it.
I think it's a nice little refresh there. Hopefully they continue to rock the face paint for a while.
Yeah, I liked it.
All right, so we're going into Crown Jewel, which is happening tomorrow. So looking at the match card here, you got 6 matches, the entire pay-per-view.
Tell you what's crazy? How checked out I've been is like I didn't realize it was in Australia until today when I saw like a meme. I was like, I thought it was
because it's never been in Australia. It's never been out of Saudi Arabia. So this is the first year it has, which is weird. So, so we've got the Crown Jewel Championship on the line. Cody Rhodes defending against Seth Rollins. We have the Women's Crown Jewel Championship, which is funny because none of the champion for the Crown Jewel Women's Championship isn't even involved in the matchup. Because you're looking at Stephanie Vaquer taking on Tiffany Stratton. So apparently it's just whoever wins champion versus champion is that year's Crown Jewel champion.
Oh. Yeah.
So we got those 2 matches. We got John Cena versus AJ Styles. We have Rhea Ripley and Io Sky taking on the Kabuki Warriors, and Roman Reigns taking on Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. So, what you think of this card overall?
Not like super excited or anything. Like I'm sure Cody and Rollins will do a good match. I hope. Yeah. All their matches have been good. The women's Crown Championship. I don't know. I feel like if they don't give Stephanie the win, it's kind of in vain.
Yeah,
John Cena versus AJ Styles.
I'm
Oh, it's
kind of
just the, it's
that
just not
one.
the main event.
Yeah, that one I'm kind of looking forward to because they've had some really good matches in the past. My only thing with this is how is Brock Lesnar interfering in the matchup, which is probably going to end up happening.
Yeah. The only thing too, like to me, or this whole Cena thing is, it's like if you really want to get the most out of this run with Cena, it's like why isn't he versing like fucking like Damian Priest or
Yeah, it's like we're just going
fucking
through Cena's
Dominic
greatest hits.
Mysterio? You know,
Yeah,
it's
no, it's
like
just reliving the greatest hits, man. That's all we're doing.
that's why you're in the spot you're in your spot now because you can't develop anybody bigger than Roman Reigns because you won't allow anyone to get bigger than Roman Reigns because you're too busy giving all these old guys fucking airtime.
Yeah, I would love to see Cena versus Dirty Dom. That'd be awesome. Shit. How about he comes back as Juan Cena? It's Juan Cena versus Mr. Iguana
Just like one.
or Psycho Clown something. Juan Cena versus Penta.
I mean, AAA, the stuff they put on YouTube's been better than a lot of the like main roster stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and you get a lot of talent too being featured pretty heavily on there too, like Lola Vice, um, who's been doing a lot of work with AAA. So, I mean, and that's great. I love Lola Vice. So, the more TV
Yeah,
time,
like
airtime she gets. So, all about that one. Rhea Ripley and Io versus Kabuki Warriors. This is probably gonna be pretty good too. Um, I like the way they've been developing the storyline. With Asuka being like she's pretty much like an abusive, like mother figure, kind of with her dynamic with Kyrie and
yeah,
this angle type thing. This current iteration of the Kabuki Warriors. It's like anytime Kyrie's like talking to the EO or she was talking with Rhea or hanging back, you get that Kyrie yell from like off camera, which is freaking awesome. But I just think anything with Asuka in it, it's gonna be pretty good.
hmm
I'm sure the street fight's gonna have some interference with the from the Vision and probably the Usos. That should be pretty standard street fight on that one. Overall, it's not a bad card. I think that Rhodes and Rollins and Vakir and Stratton are probably going to be the two contenders for like match of the night. Rhodes and Rollins solely going off of the last few matches they've had. We shall see. We shall see. That looks pretty good. So that is tomorrow. That's actually tomorrow morning, isn't it? It's like 8:00.
yeah, yeah. Might as well say it's tonight.
Yeah.
You stay up real late.
Yeah. Still go to bed. So, yeah, so it's 8 a.m. Eastern time, which is probably just when the pre-show starts. So the actual event's probably like 9:00 because you like a freaking hour-long pre-show.
It's like gonna be 4 a.m. for Eastern.
Yeah.
I mean, I said Eastern, Western Pacific.
Yep. Awesome stuff. All right. Then we got Bound for Glory Sunday night. This is at 7, which you can catch it on TNA Plus or other pay-per-view providers. I believe, because it doesn't really say where to watch it. Well, I know it's TNA Plus. It's like an extra $40 for TNA Plus. Looking at 9 matches on this overall. One of them we talked about already, the Hardys, or mentioned already, the Hardys versus Team 3D, and the one final table match for both the TNA and NXT Tag Team Championships. You got the Inspiration taking on the Elegance brand. Inspiration just won the Knockouts titles last week on Impact. So Elegance brand will be getting their rematch. Leon Slater defending the X Division Championship against Javon Evans. These two had a great matchup on NXT a couple weeks ago, so I would imagine this is going to be very much on par with that one, or taking it up another notch. We got the 20-person intergender Call Your Shot Gauntlet. So the winner will receive a trophy and a contract they can invoke anytime within 1 year for a championship match of their choosing. So basically TNA's Money in the Bank. Tessa Blanchard taking on Gia Miller. Frankie Kazarian defends the International Championship against Steve Macklin. 10-person intergender hardcore war, which I discovered tonight is pretty much TNA's version of War Games. So you have the System taking on Order 4, which is Mustafa Ali's group. Kalani Jordan defends the TNA Knockouts Championship against Indy Hartwell. We talked about the Hardys. Trick Williams defends the TNA World Championship against Mike Santana. Whew. Should be a good pay-per-view. This Knockouts title, tag titles is on the pre-show.
Yeah, should be good.
I think we see Mike Santana win the TNA championship.
I think so too.
That one. So. I don't see Team 3D winning this one final table match. Kind of see this as like a one-off, like final match for them. Unless somebody gets involved.
I think Christian come out and push him to the table.
As awesome as that would be. I'm not sure what this Tessa Blanchard Gia Miller thing is, because last I knew Gia Miller is more of a announcer for TNA. So I'm not sure the whole thing on that one, but the Hardcore War should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to that one. Like the System, of course, Moose, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, JDC, Alicia Edwards. Should be pretty good on that.
Who was tag team partners with Rhino in that one TLC match that had Rhino in it?
Was it Heath? Or was that like old TLC?
It was like a TLC. It was like maybe the TLC 3 or 4. And I would say it was like a tag team, and they had like Hardy Boy or Dudley. They had like a traditional thing, but I won't say like there was like one. I remember Rhino being in it.
Was he was that one of the times where he was paired up with like Edge and Christian?
I mean, he could have been in there with Edge or Christian. That could have been.
TLC 3. So this one, TLC 3 was on SmackDown. No, WrestleMania 7. So it was the second, or 17. It was the second one. Rhino was out there with Edge and Christian.
Okay.
So that was when he was part of their little aligned himself with them. So then they had Kurt Angle kind of with them there for a little bit too, and they were like Team Wreck. TLC 3 was on SmackDown. That was the Hardys, Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and then they added Jericho and Benoit.
Yeah.
Fourth one was on Raw, which was Kane and the Hurricane, who were the tag champions at the time. They went up against Christian and Chris Jericho, Bubba and Spike Dudley, Jeff Hardy and Rob Van Dam.
Yeah. And then Edge and Ric Flair had one too, didn't they, around that time?
Yeah. Edge defended the WWE title against Ric Flair.
Yeah, I remember that shit. 'Cause I was like, fucking, that's what made it, Ric Flair is a damn legend in my book. I was like, a fucking TLC match at his age.
There have been 32 TLC matches.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta remember when they turned it into a pay-per-view, they had like 2 each pay-per-view.
That's crazy. Yeah, the one with the Hurricane. Remember, he got jumped back. He got jumped before the match.
Yeah.
Kane had to defend the titles himself. I was pissed. I was like, what the fuck? And it was the fucking main event on Raw, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Good time. Back when you used to talk about Raw on Tuesdays.
And yeah, Kane actually retained the titles by himself. Oh, awesome stuff there. All right. So Crown Jewel, Bound for Glory. Doing all that stuff. Where I'm at. There, that's where I'm at. What the hell I'm doing right now.
What is it?
What's that? Where did you
I was
go?
trying to figure out what was going on. I was like, it kicked me in the backstage.
I hit the wrong damn button. Something. No. Okay. I'm back with it now. I'm with it. All right, we're at the Elite Figure of the Week. Bear with us, folks. Bear with me anyway. Elite Figure of the Week is brought to you by EntertainmentEarth.com. Use the code FTCollect. Save yourself an additional 10% off in-stock orders. All right. So, we're going back in time here for the Elite Figure of the Week. Going back to our childhood. It's a fun time. And I got grabbed off the shelf the Hasbro Series 2 Ultimate Warrior with Ultimate Slam action.
I had that action figure.
This was one of my favorites.
It was, man. It was.
This was pretty revolutionary back in 1991 with that face scan. That face sculpt, I should say. Awesome stuff. The ring gear is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it was pretty awesome. Then you get like the Hulk Hogan with a body slam action, and you put their hands up, and they can be like doing a test of strength. Because they did that Psycho Sid or Sid Justice that had that body slam action too. Like a couple other ones, I think Ludwig Borga and
Yeah, a lot of them had like some kind of action they were supposed to do.
yeah, or Brutus
But
Beefcake had like the sleeper hold action.
yeah.
It's cool. The Hasbro.
Funny thing about that, I remember playing with that in I had like a little fake WWE ring, and I remember it was like he was the only wrestler I could do it with because it was like the only one that I thought sounded like the entrance music because I didn't have entrance music for everybody else. But I remember my dad had a Neil Young "Keep on Rocking in the Free World." Da, 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 da. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I put that cassette tape in on the little stereo, and like Ultimate Warrior was the only one that got the fucking entrance, dude. It was like so epic in my little kid brain. Do, 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 do,
Oh,
do,
that's
do,
awesome.
do, do, do.
Oh, that is so cool.
Glad you picked that, man.
Yes.
Bring up memories. Childhood memories.
So many different figures to have in here. I got a good majority of them. I don't have like a ton, but got enough. Like I usually just pick these up like when I can find them for like a decent price. Like I'm not spending like $50 on a freaking thing that's just gonna.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of times you see them, they're like way overpriced.
Yeah, I think the most I paid was probably like 10, and now it's for the Andre the Giant that I have. Let's see, a lot of these are. I think I have the head shrinkers too. I don't know. I got a shelf full of them. So yeah. So there we go. Blast from the past. There, the Elite Series or not Elite Series, Hasbro Series 2 Ultimate Warrior. Favorite figures there, Hasbro. What else we got? Oh shit. All right. I guess we're up to No Holds Barred. All right, No Holds Barred, Carl. How are we feeling?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I watched a bunch of old movies here recently.
I just watched we just watched Clown in a Cornfield yesterday.
Okay.
That was awesome. Quite enjoyed it.
Yeah. I watched which I think it was either my first time watching it or my first time remembering watching it was the remake of Night of the Living Dead. Like the made in like the 90s or 80s or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Um yeah, that was my first time watching it. It was alright. It wasn't as good as the old black and white one.
Yeah.
Um
Made in was it 1990 with
yeah.
Tony Todd.
Yeah. And then I also watched Candyman.
Nice.
Um, speaking of him, watched
Good.
the 90s or 80s whenever it came out version.
Oh, the Tim Curry one.
Yep.
What do you think of the Welcome to Derry series that's coming out?
I don't know. I haven't seen too much on it. Uh, but I'd be interested in watching it. I think.
So this looks like it takes place in 1962. So prior to the first film, which was 1989.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in it. I like the both of the It movies, the miniseries and the remake that they did, Chapter 1, Chapter 2. So,
Yeah.
well, both of them with the original It and the remake. It was more interesting when they were kids than it was when they were adults.
Well, it's not that it was more interesting. Is this and I was talking like about this with somebody else, I think my sister-in-law. Um, I think the reason why, especially like with the original It, is because it was a VHS, and so sometimes, depending on who you was watching it with, or some people they never would make it to the second VHS. Like once the tape stopped and they were, scared, they're like, yeah, what's this call tonight? You know what I mean? Like because a lot of times, like when I'm watching it with people, they're like, I don't even remember them being adults, and it's like, yeah, you never made it to the to the second VHS. That's the only thing that what's crazy about that movie is like to continue watching it and getting your ass scared, you had to put it in the second
Yeah.
tape.
See, that's the thing. Like when I saw it on TV. Like when it originally aired. Like I didn't see
Yeah.
VHS, so but I watched both parts of it. It's just me, like it just seemed like the story revolving with them as kids and going through all that stuff was just more it's more interesting to me than when they were adults.
Oh, they have flashbacks of being
Well, I know.
kids, like in the adult.
Yeah, it just seemed like the story was slower when they were adults than it was with the kids. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll tell you the book is better.
Yeah,
But
definitely. I've read the book too. So. I was on like a huge
yeah,
Stephen King kick when I was like 10 or 11. So first time I go to the library, it was a Stephen
yeah,
King book.
I think everybody kind of goes through that phase when they start reading.
Especially if it was something that was a movie. So like if I saw the movie, like I'd want to read the book, which is kind of ass backwards because it's usually, hey, let me read the book and then watch the movie. No, but like it was one of them. I saw the movie first, and then I read the book. Tommy Knockers, same thing. Um, Firestarter. I think one of the few that actually some of those older movies. Like I didn't read Cujo. No, I did read Cujo.
Yeah, Cujo's good.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, like if it was on purpose or not, but I know like there for a minute it seemed like it's about, especially like in school, like somebody every book they made us read, like it uh ended up coming out as a movie like later, or
Yeah.
um or I already had a movie, but it's like movies I didn't see or missed or something. Um, but yeah, I remember reading like Harriet the Spy, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, Nickelodeon's making a Harriet the Spy, and uh,
You know how many different
Matilda.
Romeo and Juliet movies I saw throughout like elementary and high school? Ever having to read that damn book, that play.
I've only seen the one with like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a few other ones like there's some older ones. There's a few that had come out like maybe 10 years before that one did. So yeah, that seemed like bits and
yeah,
pieces of like all of them apparently. But
yeah. The first one that did it was the Indian in the cover. We read Indian in the cupboard, and then it's like next thing you know,
oh
it was
yeah,
the movie.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Me as an action figure collector, I would love to have a magic cupboard that brought my toys to life.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, at least not
Then
the
you wouldn't
bad
have to
guy.
watch Raw.
I know. I can make my own matches. I can book my own Raw. We got a whole ass arena set up. Bring them all to life.
Damn.
So, oh, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. But,
And then I read Outsiders in 7th grade. I didn't know it was a movie, and my mom's like, "Yeah, no, it was a fucking movie." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, it was a movie. It had just about like everybody in it." And then she told me that my sister would have been a boy. That was gonna name her Pony Boy. I'm like, "What?"
I think pretty much every book that we read in high school or junior high school, we watched a little bit of the movie after we read the books. So I do remember seeing. I think we watched all of Outsiders. I think it was it took us a couple weeks, but we watched the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I watched the TV show or whatever.
The movie for the Outsiders.
The movie.
Yeah, with was it Emilio Estevez and
Yeah,
all them. Yeah.
the dude from Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So watch all that stuff, and then
Dude, we read that play, that Raisin in the Sun, and then it's like a play like with Danny Glover in it. That shit was like fire. Man, that was really good.
Shit. Yeah, it was weird. And then like when Titanic came out, when the movie came out, and it was like such a huge thing. Our English teacher was obsessed with it and made us do like an entire research paper on
Oh yeah.
Titanic. I was like, oh. You're watching like freaking
My son was
documentaries.
obsessed with
Shit.
Titanic for a little bit,
Yeah.
but he didn't watch the movie. He like was just nerding out.
I was like, I want to write about this. It was a boat. It sank. People died. The end.
Well, something funny as Shannon's grandma was staying with us, and I was trying to find stuff that me and her watch, how it is, and
Yeah.
I put it on Titanic, and she had never seen it, and you know how older people are, they need to go to bed early, so she uh, ended up going to bed, but the part, well, like she went to sleep like, and during the part where they're like locked up down there and they're trying to escape like the water, like the first time, like as the water starting to fill up the boat or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the time like she went to bed, and so then next day, right, I was like, "Yeah, you want to finish watching the Titanic?" And she's like, "No, they probably got off like very looked like they were making it out or whatever." And I was like, "No, let's watch it. Let's finish watching." So that's funny. She's like, "It looks like they was about to get off." I was like, "No, they almost get off a couple more times and then don't ultimately get off."
Oh wow, that's cool.
Cause,
I just came across something I was reading here. So Halloween Horror Nights has a Wyatt Six themed house this year. Alexa Bliss actually appeared in the house this week and took the place of the scare actor that's in there as Alexa Bliss. So people walking through the house actually got scared by Alexa Bliss.
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm glad she did that.
That's some good stuff there. Oh, anywho, yeah. So I finished up Peacemaker, the final episode of the season is on this week. Watch that. Fortnite launched their annual Halloween event, Fortnitemares, which are adding Scooby-Doo skins. Oh, they got was it Scooby-Doo, Ghostface, Art the Clown, Huggy Wuggy, Wednesday, Doja Cat, the guy from Black Phone, and Jason.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of Fortnite character skins. So it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I think if there's anything else this week. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a whole lot of other stuff going on. Let's see. How to Train Your Dragon live action hit Peacock today. If you guys haven't watched that yet, do you want to check it out? It's pretty good. Little different from the animated movie, not by much. They made like a couple changes here and there, but it wasn't anything like major that took away from the overall story. So.
I don't know, it still looks kind of animated to me.
I will say the dragons, the CGI for the dragons look really good. They did a really good job keeping those probably making them look more like realistic, but still keeping like the same overall look from the animated film. Was pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Apparently, there's a new Tron movie that I wasn't aware of until like a few days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tron Ares, Jared Leto.
Like the 1980s Tron?
Yeah. It'd be like the second sequel for it. Because they did Tron, and then the second one was Legacy.
Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Tron Ares.
I think I've seen any of them.
The second one, the Legacy one, was actually pretty good. I like that one. I'm not sure on this one, looking at the trailers for it, but it's, I guess the preview screenings for it did pretty well. So I'll probably end up doing pretty decently in the box office.
I don't know, that Tron for me is kind of like RoboCop, where I think it's more of like nostalgia than like it actually being a good movie.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I remember watching this. Thinking it was the best thing ever.
Well, I mean, at the time, the graphics, like the visual effects and stuff, were pretty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like then when you come, it's like kind of like RoboCop, you know.
Yeah.
But for instance, like you can watch Batman and you're like, that's a good movie. You know what I mean? Like still to this day. But like RoboCop, I'm like, you know, like Batman, Terminator, you can go back rewatch, like, you know, besides the special effects, like it still was like a good movie.
Yeah.
Whereas in Tron, RoboCop, you go back and you're like, what was I thinking? I just thought it looked cool.
Well, it's crazy too. It's like going back and watching What was it? What did I have on tip of my tongue?
Titanic. It's like going
What's
back and
that?
watching Titanic. It's like going back and
Yeah.
watching Titanic with the CGI. Like,
Yeah,
man,
might watch
CGI,
Titanic.
CGI was like cartoons back then.
Well, it's like you look at Roger
Harry
Rabbit
Potter.
and the freaking visual effects and stuff with that, with the live action and the cartoon, like,
Yeah,
and it still holds up pretty well
yeah,
compared
it's
to
a good
like some of
movie.
the other stuff that's out there. So
Yeah,
it's like the animation was done very well over the live action. So
yeah,
did a great job with that. So I would love to see
and
another Roger Rabbit movie.
it was a good movie too. Like, that's the thing.
It's one of my favorites. It's right up there. Some stuff. So I'm excited for Spaceballs 2, though.
Spaceballs too. I don't know. I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2 yet. This
I haven't watched that yet either.
people are telling me not to watch it, so I haven't watched it. I don't want to
Oh,
be.
that's like a Happy Gilmore 2. That's what I got in my notes here that I forgot that we were talking about last week. Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Bad Bunny.
Oh man, I don't understand. Well, I do understand because people are ignorant. So just because, like, I don't know what he's saying in his music, but I still like some of his stuff. It's got some good beats to it, and then he flows pretty well. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of him or anything, but I'm not upset that he got picked. Or...
you got to look at it from this perspective too. He's like one of the biggest artists in the world. Like compared to like some of the other, like people are like, oh man, it should have been Metallica. The fuck has Metallica been relevant in the last 10 years? Like,
yeah, no. Metallica, like, unless they're gonna come play like their 1980s stuff, like,
yeah, unless they're gonna play like the freaking Black Album. So. Like, no, dude. Like, unless you're playing Enter Sandman, I don't want to hear it. And the Sandman better come out through the crowd too with his Singaporean king and his beer. But I don't know. It's just, I think with the political climate and everything, it got escalated too much. So, if it wasn't, if this was 10 years ago, nobody probably would have really said too much about it and just like went on with it. So,
yeah, I think people have been complaining about the halftime show since the history of the halftime show.
Yeah. Another thing too is a lot of people will seem to forget that they don't get paid to do the halftime show.
Yeah, no.
It's not like they're actually collecting a paycheck for this. So. Oh man, yeah. Well, more power to you, Bad Bunny, for taking that halftime show gig.
Yeah,
adding more millions of people to your follower count.
maybe I'll have Damian Priest.
Come out on stage, or Booker T. He do his Booker T song.
Yeah.
And Booker T can stand up there like G.I. Bro again. Oh, awesome stuff. All right, well, that was the last thing I had in here. I don't have anything else. So I guess that is going to do it for us this week. Where's my thing?
In between your legs.
What's that?
I said in between your legs, man.
Yeah, not that thing. So, oh, awesome stuff. So make sure you guys follow us on our social media accounts. Hit up TikTok. Oh, excuse me. Especially there, if you want to win a $50 Amazon gift card when we hit 400, episode 400, and we're at 500 subscribers. We'll give away a $50 Amazon gift card that we were supposed to give away at episode 300.
Yep.
But we got like 2 followers. So go follow us there. And Instagram, Facebook, all the other stuff, YouTube. Follow us on Twitch as well, as we're live streaming there. We live stream on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestleGettingPod, and YouTube, youtube.com/For the Collection. I would live on Instagram, but it stops after an hour, so I usually overrun an hour. So, all right, well, that's gonna do it for us. I am Chris Heat Matthews. He's the Tennessee Jesus Carl Crossland. This is episode 301 of the WrestleGetting Podcast. We'll be back with y'all next week. Later, Marks.
Later.